How's it going, boys and girls? My name is Carrie and welcome back to the Carrot Club. We're on the last video for the beginner Lua scripting series, so I hope that you all enjoyed this and learned a lot from it. In today's video, we're going to be learning about the dictionary data structure that lets you create complex game data. So with that, let's get started. So what exactly is a dictionary? If you don't know what it is, this is a dictionary. It is a book that lets you look up words and it gives you a description of what it is. So if you're looking for a word like carrot, it will give you a definition like some kind of vegetables. So in Lua's case, a dictionary is used to hold imaginary data. The carrot, which is the word that you're looking for, is called a key, while the definition here is called a value. You'll commonly hear this as key-value pair because for every key there is a value and you can have as many key-value pairs as you like, just like in the real-world dictionary. This makes looking up data very easily. All you need to know is the key and you'll have the answers that you're looking for. So let's write our first dictionary. Local dictionary equals curly braces. This is how a dictionary starts off, just like an array. You got the variable dictionary and the value is the curly braces. The difference between an array and a dictionary is the information that goes inside of the curly braces. If you don't know what an array is, I suggest that you go to this video and check out what an array is and then come back to this video so you guys can have an understanding what the difference between an array and a dictionary is. So let's add some goofy details to our dictionary. We're going to go inside of the bracket and this is what we're going to be writing. Carrot equals a orange veggie. I think a carrot is a veggie. And then I'm going to write apple equals a red fruit. It could be green as well, whatever it is that you like. So we got the carrot, which is the key, and the key will equate to the definition, an orange veggie. If I want to add more keys and values, you can use commas to separate them. And then I added the key apple and the value as a red fruit. So this is the basic structures of how you will use a dictionary. Now before I show you guys a more real practical example, let's check out how we can get the information out. If I want to know the values of carrot, this is what I write. Print dictionary dot carrot. This is going to print out an orange veggie. Or I can also write print dictionary dot apple. This is going to print out a red fruit. The dot in this example is called the dot notation. It means that you are looking for more detail within the dictionary. Every time you use a dot, you are looking for something more specific. In our example, we are looking for a carrot and we are looking for an apple, and we get back the definition for each of the keys. So let's do one practical examples of how you would use this. We're going to make a weapon list. So here we go. Local weapon list equals curly braces. And inside of those curly braces, we're going to create two weapons. The first weapon is going to call Source of Enlightenment. And it's going to be in quotes and encased inside of a square bracket. The reason why we need to do this is because we are using a phrase as our key and not just one word. And then we're going to say equal bracket, which is another dictionary. And inside of that, I'm going to say damage equals 10. I'm also going to create another key called effects, which is going to be equal to another dictionary. And inside of that, we're going to write light damage equals 2 and fire damage equals 3. And that will be our first SOR. And then we're going to move on to the second SOR. We're going to call it the ice SOR, which is going to be equal to a dictionary. And inside of that, we're going to say damage equals 7. And then again, we want to have some kind of effect. I'm going to say effect equals another dictionary, and inside of that, I'm going to say ice damage equals 1. Okay, now this looks way more fun, right? So let's break this down and see what we wrote here. Right off the bat, we know that the weapon list is a dictionary. It has two keys. One is for Source of Enlightenment, and the other is for the ice SOR. The key is written inside of a square bracket because I'm using a phrase and not just one word. If your key needs space in between like this, you need to write it inside of a square bracket. Inside of each SOR, there are attributes of what the SOR does and is also inside of another dictionary that tells us the damage and the effects of each SOR. For the Source of Enlightenment, we can see that it does 10 damage and it has multiple effects that are inside of another dictionary, which is light damage and fire damage. Now, Let's say that I want to know the damage of each weapon. This is what I will write. Print weapon list dot eyesore dot damage. What this is saying is I want to look inside of the weapon list for an eyesore, then look inside of that again for the damage. This is going to give you the number 7. If I want to look for the source of enlightenment damage, this is what I'm going to write. Print weapon list in square bracket, write source of enlightenment dot damage. This will tell me the damage for the source of enlightenment. Notice that I'm not using the dot notation here because I am looking for a phrase and not a single word. A phrase needs to be inside of a bracket. So I think that I have covered enough grounds on this topic for you guys to start practicing and explore all the different ways you can use this. In future videos, we're going to start learning about the Roblox API, where you will use everything we learned in this series to make tiny projects in our game. Now I know scripting is a very boring topic for a lot of you, so I really appreciate it that you all have stuck around for this entire series. So thank you boys and girls for watching, and I'll see you in the next video in game or at the Carrot Club. Take care everybody.